The power of consistency. Why most people fail. Success is something that almost everyone wants, but only a small percentage of people achieve the goals they set for themselves. Every year, millions of people make promises to improve their lives. They decide to get fit, start a business, learn a new skill, save money, or build better habits. They begin with excitement and determination, believing that this time things will be different. Yet within a few weeks or months, most of those goals are abandoned. The question is why? Why do so many people fail, even when they have access to information, resources, and opportunities? Why do some individuals achieve extraordinary success, while others remain stuck in the same place year after year? The answer is surprisingly simple. Consistency. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces behind achievement, yet it is often overlooked. People search for shortcuts, secrets, and quick fixes when the real solution is much less exciting. Success is rarely about doing something amazing once. It is about doing small, meaningful actions repeatedly over a long period of time. The biggest misunderstanding about success: many people believe success is the result of talent, intelligence, or luck. When they see a successful athlete, they assume that person was naturally gifted. When they see a successful entrepreneur, they think luck played the biggest role. When they see a famous musician, writer, or creator, they assume that person possesses unique abilities that ordinary people do not have. While talent and opportunity can certainly help, they are not the main reasons people succeed. What we often fail to see is the years of effort behind every success story. The athlete spent thousands of hours practicing. The entrepreneur endured countless failures before finding success. The writer created hundreds of pages before publishing a bestseller. The musician spent years mastering their craft. What appears to be overnight, success is usually the result of long-term consistency. Unfortunately, many people focus only on the outcome and ignore the process that made it possible. Why motivation is not enough. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they depend on motivation. Motivation feels powerful. It creates excitement and enthusiasm. It makes us believe we can accomplish anything. After watching an inspiring video or reading a motivational book, people often feel unstoppable. They create ambitious plans and set enormous goals. The problem is that motivation is temporary. No one feels motivated every day. Life brings challenges, stress, distractions, and setbacks. There will be days when you feel tired, discouraged, or completely uninspired. If your success depends entirely on motivation, your progress will be inconsistent. Successful people understand this reality. They don't wait until they feel inspired to take action. They take action whether they feel like it or not. They understand that discipline is more reliable than motivation. Motivation gets you started. Consistency keeps you going. The power of small daily actions. One of the most important lessons about consistency is that small actions matter more than most people realize. Many individuals underestimate what they can achieve through daily effort. They want dramatic results immediately. They want to lose weight in a month. They want to become wealthy in a year. They want to master a skill within weeks. When those results don't arrive quickly, they become frustrated and quit. What they fail to understand is the power of compounding. Imagine reading just 10 pages every day. 10 pages might not seem significant. However, over a year, that habit can lead to reading dozens of books and gaining knowledge that transforms your life. Imagine saving a small amount of money every day. At first, the progress seems insignificant. Over time, those small savings grow into something substantial. The same principle applies to exercise, learning, business, and personal development. Small efforts, repeated consistently, create massive results. The key is not intensity. The key is repetition. Why most people quit too soon. Another major Reason people fail is impatience. Modern society encourages instant gratification. People want quick results and immediate rewards. Social media makes this problem even worse. Every day, we see stories of successful people displaying wealth, achievements, and recognition. What we don't see are the years of struggle that came before. As a result, many people develop unrealistic expectations. A person starts exercising and expects visible changes within a few weeks. A new business owner expects rapid profits. A content creator expects thousands of followers immediately. When reality doesn't match their expectations, they lose motivation and quit. The truth is that meaningful success often takes much longer than people imagine. Progress is usually slow in the beginning. Results are often invisible for a long time, but those who remain consistent eventually experience a breakthrough. The people who succeed are not always the most talented. They are often the people who simply refused to quit. Consistency creates momentum. Momentum is one of the most valuable benefits of consistency. Think about pushing a heavy object. The hardest part is getting it moving. Once momentum builds, continuing becomes much easier. Goals work the same way. When you exercise regularly, your body adapts. When you study consistently, learning becomes easier. When you write every day, creativity improves. When you work on a business consistently, systems and opportunities begin to develop. Momentum creates progress. However, every time you stop and start again, you lose that momentum. This is why inconsistency can be so damaging. Many people spend years restarting instead of progressing. They begin a habit. Stop, restart, quit again, and repeat the cycle. Meanwhile, consistent individuals continue moving forward, even if their progress seems slow. They eventually surpass everyone who repeatedly starts over. The relationship between consistency and discipline is often misunderstood. People think disciplined individuals possess extraordinary willpower. In reality, discipline is developed through consistent action. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your self-discipline. Every completed workout, study session, or productive day reinforces the belief that you are capable of following through. Over time, discipline becomes part of your identity. You no longer rely on feelings, you rely on habits. This is one of the greatest benefits of consistency. It transforms productive actions from difficult choices into automatic behaviors. The more consistent you become, the less effort is required to stay on track. Success is usually boring. Many people fail because they are addicted to excitement. They love the idea of success, but dislike the process required to achieve it. The truth is that success is often boring. The actions that produce extraordinary results are usually repetitive. Athletes practice the same movements repeatedly. Writers sit down and write every day. Entrepreneurs solve similar problems over and over. Students review material consistently. There is nothing glamorous about these activities. They are often routine and predictable. However, that routine is precisely what creates results. Most people chase excitement. Successful people embrace repetition. They understand that greatness is built through ordinary actions performed consistently over time. The compound effect of habits. Every habit has consequences. Positive habits compound over time. Negative habits compound as well. Reading every day increases knowledge. Learning new skills increases opportunities. Exercising improves health. Saving money builds financial security. At the same time, procrastination compounds. Poor decisions compound. Excuses compound. Small, negative habits may seem harmless today, but their effects become significant over months and years. Your future is often determined by the habits you practice daily. This is why consistency matters so much. Every action moves you closer to your goals, or further away from them. There is rarely a neutral choice. Why talent is overrated. talent receives a great deal of attention. People admire naturally gifted individuals and assume their success is guaranteed. However, history is filled with talented people who have never achieved their potential. Talent without consistency often leads to wasted opportunities. Meanwhile, countless average individuals achieve remarkable success through dedication and persistence. A moderately talented person who practices daily will usually outperform a highly talented person who practices occasionally. This principle applies to nearly every field: business, sports, education, content, creation, art, music, leadership, talent. May provide an advantage at the beginning. Consistency determines who wins in the long run. Building a consistent mindset. Developing. Consistency starts with changing your mindset. Many people focus entirely on outcomes. They obsess over becoming successful, wealthy, fit, or accomplished. While goals are important, focusing only on the end result can become overwhelming. Instead, focus on the process. Focus on today's actions. Instead of worrying about writing an entire book, write one page. Instead of worrying about losing 50 pounds, complete today's workout. Instead of worrying about building $1 million business, improve one small aspect of your business today. When you focus on daily progress, large goals become manageable. Consistency becomes easier to maintain. Practical ways to stay consistent. There are several strategies that can help build consistency. Start small. Many people fail because they attempt too much at once. Small habits are easier to maintain. Begin with manageable actions and gradually increase your effort over time. Create a routine. Successful habits are easier to maintain when they are scheduled. Treat important activities like appointments. Make them part of your daily